Hey there everybody, this is PotterBrony and welcome to another battle action of Death Battle by Screw Attack. This time we have Samurai Jack versus Afro Samurai. Not sure who is going to be winning this one. If I had to just, take a stab at it, no pun intended. I don't know. They don't really stab with samurai swords, do they? Regardless, and I guess you could, but regardless. If I had to take a stab at it, take a guess, I'd guess that Samurai Jack is going to take this one. It's been a while since I've seen Afro Samurai, and I'm more current as far as Samurai Jack. Been a while since I saw the original. I rewatched a little bit of the original, but watching the new one, the new season was much more current. And I don't think Afro Samurai battled mystical, magical creatures like Aku, but maybe he did. It's just been a while that I don't remember. But then again, Samurai Jack's sword is meant to battle those types of creatures, so will it have any real additional advantage over Afro Samurai, who is mortal? But then Samurai Jack is kind of almost immortal. Not really. I mean, I think he can be killed, but he hasn't been. But he's survived a hell of a lot. Alright. Well, regardless, just letting you know, tomorrow morning leaving for Baltimore for BronyCon. Not really relevant here, but just letting you know. Alright, so let's just get it started and see what Screw Attack has in store for us this time. And starting the video in 3, 2, 1, and go.
This episode is brought to you by Honey, the free shopping tool that automatically finds the best promo codes on the web so you get the best prices for everything you buy online.
We use it all the time.
I'm using it right now. Look,
For
I can
Domino's.
save $5 on pizza.
There's no reason not to add Honey to your browser today. It's free, just takes 2 clicks to install, and will save you money.
Click the link below to add Honey to your browser for free.
Or go to joinhoney.com/battle. That's joinhoney.com/battle.
Alright, let me just take a look and get to the death battle.
Among the soldiers of history, the samurai is one of the most prestigious and dangerous.
So let's pit 2 of the best of them in a fight to the death.
Samurai Jack, the warrior prince lost in time.
And Afro Samurai, who's one cold-blooded mother effer. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Yeah.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Nice animation style there.
Long
But more
ago,
Jack
in
style.
a distant land, Aku, the shape-shifting master of darkness, unleashed an unspeakable evil.
But a foolish samurai warrior wielding a magic sword stepped forth to oppose me. I mean him.
And that nameless
Yeah,
samurai
somebody who's
became
been watching
known
the
as
intro.
Jack.
Jack was on.
Jack.
Yo, Jack was.
Jack.
Doesn't really strike fear into your enemies.
Young Jack was the son of a Japanese emperor who had imprisoned Aku years before. However, upon Aku's return, the emperor and his army were quickly defeated. The last of all hope remained in the hands of his son.
Oh, look how small he is. Well, to prep for beating the snot out of Aku, little Jack traveled the world,
Yeah.
training with the best of
It
the
was
best.
50 years
He
afterwards.
learned horseback riding from a sheikh, staff fighting in
This
Africa,
season
wrestling from
5.
gladiators, axe throwing from a Russian
latest
boyar, mounted combat from the Mongols, martial arts from Shaolin monks,
And archery from freaking Robin Hood. You know, everyone's favorite talking fox. Ooh, da lolly.
wrong Robin Hood.
That's your opinion.
Jack's
Yeah.
progress was exceptional. At just 8 years
Everyone
old,
has
he
their own
defended
favorite
a
Robin
whole
Hood.
village from a band of marauders.
Mine's happen to be
Before
from
he
Men in
could even
Tights.
legally drink the good stuff. 17 years later, he was ready for the final boss. He just needed one more thing. His pajamas.
No, his katana.
Katana, pajama, tomato, Alfredo. It's all the same. But before
If
Jack
there's no
could put
tomato
his
in
training to
Alfredo,
good
come
use,
on.
Aku
Don't
pulled a bitch move and
mix
zapped
that
him
crap.
hundreds of years into the future.
What a waste. Just like when you spend 4 sleepless years struggling through college and then find out too late that nobody cares about your English major.
I thought you graduated from the School of Evil Science or something.
Well, you still have to pick a major.
Should have chose a more practical one, Wiz, like mine. Anyway, even
Culture
though he was
science, yes,
trapped
I
in the
remember that.
future, Jack stuck to his mission to get back to the
killed
past
nothing but
and
robots
take
for the
down
first 4
Aku.
seasons.
And he had the right weapon for the job.
See, Aku cannot be harmed by conventional means. Thus, a special blade was forged by gods from Norse, Egyptian, and Hindu pantheons. This mystic sword is nearly unbreakable and absolutely incorruptible.
And boy, is Jack's katana an extremely effective weapon.
It can absorb and redirect energy, including fire, vaporize beings of evil, and slice through nearly any substance, even adamantium.
The Wolverine super metal? Why is that there?
Probably just coincidental naming, but it is shown to be stronger than steel.
Of course it is. So the sword's
Naturally.
pretty awesome, but so is Jack. He's strong enough to push over this giant pillar, tough enough to survive a fall from orbit, and fast enough to defeat 6 bounty hunters in the time it took for 1 drop of water to hit the ground. By timing the drop, all this had to have taken place in about 1/3 of a second. He's like a ninja samurai. Ninja Mirai.
Actually, he is trained in ninjutsu, which probably helped when he was forced to dodge beams of sunlight. For this one in particular, it's clear Jack began dodging after the beam was fired. By examining both Jack and the beam's movement frame by frame, we've concluded his highest reaction speeds must be nearly 70% the speed of light.
Damn, that's fast.
Yeah, they
what
went
can he do? Next
deep
thing you'll tell me
in
he has
that.
the power to fly or something.
Well, Jack can't fly, but he did learn how to...
Jump good.
Yes, that. By strapping
Yeah.
a giant boulder on his back, which compared to his height we can determine to weigh 39 tons, Jack learned how to leap high enough to clear these trees.
Crouching tiger, hidden samurai. These trees are pretty big, and this jungle has a bunch of these ugly baboons running around. And if I were a betting man, which I am, I'd say that this is the African rainforest, where the average tree is about 130 feet tall. Tips on Jack from my basketball team. Guy's got hops.
We haven't even
Yeah, he
mentioned
does.
the time he survived several exploding missiles with his friend, the Scotsman.
I miss that
He
guy.
looks so familiar. Well, I like him.
With so much talent, it was only a matter of time until Jack found his way home.
That was a
and
pity,
defeated
what
Aku
happened with the Scotsman.
for all.
Oh, shit,
But
spoilers,
it took
sorry.
a lot longer than it probably should have. 50 years, in fact.
Yeah, good thing time travel makes you stop aging for some reason. But Jack's a good-hearted soul, like a Boy Scout who hasn't discovered
I assume
Twitter
that
yet.
if you had
Pretty gullible when it
if
comes
you're
to
watching this, you've
previous
seen all
opponents.
of Jack, in
Also,
case
he
they
continues
give
to prolong
spoilers.
his lonely journey over and over, just because he frequently puts the needs of others before his own. Still, the forces of evil should watch out for Samurai Jack.
Because when he loses it,
Who else wants some?
alright.
The stories that surround the 2 sacred headbands are as many as the men who died in their
One killed his father. I remember
What's so
the
special about some strips
dude
of
with
head
number
cloth?
1 killed
Legend
his
says
father.
They were created by the gods.
And only
or
the one
they
with
can
number
grant
2
the wearer
can-
supernatural powers. But in truth, the headbands only bring pain and loss. Such was the case with Afro Samurai.
Wait, did his parents really call him Afro? Talk about setting big expectations.
Well, no, it's a nickname, but even if they did, have you seen
Yeah,
his
just
dad?
like Jack.
I think
His real
he
name
would
isn't known.
respect.
Damn, just
Yeah.
look at it. Oh, and
It's
hey, look,
majestic.
He got the number 1 headband.
Here's how this works. The person who wears the number 1 headband is said to rule the world, and the only person who can challenge the number 1 is whoever possesses the number 2. In contrast, anybody can challenge the owner of the number 2 for the right to wear that headband, and thus gain the right to challenge the number 1.
So, like, you just work your way up so that only one guy in the world can challenge you? So where do I get one of these headbands? Then no one will mess with me.
Actually, the opposite would probably happen, which young Afro witnessed firsthand when some freak named Justice showed up with the number 2 and killed his father right in front of him.
Why does this always happen? You know, I always thought parenting was the hardest thing about being a dad, but at this point, I think it's just actually staying alive if your kid's ever gonna do anything great.
Yeah, that
Or
was
just
friggin' brutal.
Sticking around for them.
Despite knowing that he was effectively creating a future challenger, Justice left Afro alone to mourn his loss.
So, of
Yeah,
course, Afro
mistake.
swore revenge and started learning swordsmanship
Naturally.
under a swordmaster named Swordmaster. Who the hell is naming these people?
Through Swordmaster's training of sword mastery, Afro learned the traditional samurai fighting styles of Kenjutsu and Kendo.
You don't have to be original if you kick
Jutsu is
ass.
all about how to kill an opponent as fast
Or
as
you
possible.
don't have to be creative.
While Kendo is more about discipline and being zen and stuff. Naturally, Afro preferred the more kick-ass one.
Right, Swordmaster's goal was to refine Afro's body and mind, instilling upon him a sense of honor, or Bushido. But that didn't quite mesh with Afro's thirst for vengeance.
So when he found out that Swordmaster had the number 2 headband all along, he knew what he had to do. And now he could take down the guy who killed his dad.
Alongside his new friend, slash burden, Ninja.
Oh, come the f*** on! Where'd this guy come from?
Now don't we look like shit? How you been, man?
Well, it's not entirely clear. He's there, but at the same time, not there. Ninja is believed to be the guardian of the number 2 headband, but all he ever really does is talk, and talk some more.
He got arrows and grenades and shit. You ain't got no chance, dude.
Though it's also possible Ninja is simply a figment of Afro's mind, brought about by psychological stress.
You know, I have an imaginary
It's
friend.
part of
Aren't
him.
you a little old for that?
Not for Al
so.
Gundy. He's a gun who also talks to
That's
me.
how I always saw it.
Tells
It was
me
just
good
his
stuff.
kind of
Okay. Anyway,
Part of his
to
mind.
be honest, calling Afro
Part
a
of his own mind.
samurai is a bit misleading. He's actually more akin to a ronin, a samurai with no master. And so, with his swordsmanship perfected, Afro wandered the world searching for justice, carrying an arsenal fit for revenge.
Including his father's sword. This super long blade has lasted through decades of battle without much issue. Perfect for kicking some ass.
He also has a steel comb. which
Yeah,
can
not
be a
made by
surprisingly
gods, though.
effective offensive and defensive tool.
And since he doesn't care about that honor BS, he's not afraid to play dirty by attacking with his sandals.
But while on the road to justice, Afro's number 2 headband attracted all manner of dangerous enemies. Luckily, he's more than capable of dealing with each and every one of them.
He's strong enough to cut other swords in half, throw his sheath through another guy's throat, and even tear off metal arms.
Pretty impressive, as many modern metals have tensile strength as high as 80,000 pounds per square inch.
Afro is fast enough to cut bullets out of thin air, and even a laser beam.
I should note that it's not a plasma-based beam. It bounces off reflective surfaces, doesn't explode upon contact, and it's literally labeled a laser. This means Afro blocked a beam that moved as fast as light, more than 670 million miles per hour.
Get this, that laser beam
So
came
he's
from a
just as
robot
fast
version of
as-
Afro. Talk about metal. This Afro droid could easily smash up.
I get it. It's
and our
another
boy
pun.
Afro just tore it apart. He's survived getting hit by rockets, including this RPG that fragmented a giant cliff face.
RPG in a backpack.
I think I smell math coming.
This tree nearby is most likely a Japanese mountain ash, which can sometimes grow as high as 30 feet. With that in mind, we compared its height to the fragmentation created by the explosion, and compared the resulting surface area to the shear force for granite.
Yeah, but how do
With
you know
this,
if it's
we deduced
30
the
feet?
RPG's highest possible explosive yield must be around 72 tons of TNT.
Yeah, fair
Damn,
enough.
what kind of
Highest
mega
possible.
rocket launcher are these guys packing? And where do I get it?
Many stood in his way, and Afro didn't get through them all unscathed.
But by the end, he cut down justice, took his revenge in hand, and proved to the world that Afro Samurai is #1.
Why you gotta kill all my men? Why you gotta kill me?
Nothing personal. It's just revenge.
Yeah.
All
Justice,
right,
revenge,
combatants are
whatever.
set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first,
I still think Jack's gonna take
my
it.
knives for my Blue Apron meal tonight.
I thought the video was brought to us by Honey. Whatever. Oh, Honey. There it is. Yeah, I still think Jack's going to take it. Though, you know, to be fair, I wouldn't mind it if Afro Samurai won. As Afro Samurai was really enjoyable. I especially enjoyed Samuel L. Jackson's contribution to it. Ninja was the best part of that series. And I gotta rewatch that series soon. Like I said, it's been a while.
But right now, it's time for a death battle!
And let's go. Yeah, very Samurai Jack style animation. So, like the no lines, everything just smooth.
Your sword smells of blood.
So does yours.
That's all it takes. Almost how, yeah, Jack and the Scotsman met on a bridge, but it was one wouldn't let the other pass. Yeah, fighting dirty. He doesn't need sight, though. This is really well done, gotta say.
Huh, you jumped good.
Oh, thank you?
Professional courtesy. Yeah, you need to get that sword back. Shit. Took his arm, but... Yeah, that's about what I thought would happen. That was fucking brutal. Didn't come out unscathed.
So, like, is he gonna get his arm back, or...?
Afro was an exceptional warrior, and his skills would absolutely dominate most sword
It's
fights.
not canon,
However,
though, so...
Jack has had a lot of experience with opponents who fight dirty, and Afro could not stand up to his physical superiority.
Yeah, Afro never showed strength like how Jack lifted that 39-ton boulder.
Jack could react as fast as 70% the speed of light. Afro did block that light speed laser beam, but based on the distance between him and the Afro droid, he only needed to react around 21% the speed of light to do this, still putting him at impressive relativistic speeds, but not even half as quick as Jack.
Also, while Afro survived that mega
As far as top shown speed, but they're not gonna
don't forget how
extrapolate.
Jack survived a fall from orbit.
While it does seem the spacesuit was
that's
responsible
true.
for Jack surviving re-entry, it certainly can't be held solely accountable for the final impact. Starting his descent from the Kármán line, or the boundary between Earth's atmosphere and space, Jack covered a distance of 62 miles in just under 7 seconds, moving well over terminal velocity.
Thanks to being propelled by exploding space bees.
Which means his top velocity was approximately 37,000 miles per hour. Adding
Yeah, he
space
could take a
impact
hit.
to his own, this means his impact force must have equaled about 19 megatons of force. Way more than anything Afro survived.
And then he just got up and walked away. Badass. In the end, Jack was just too fast, too strong, too tough, and too well trained for Afro to handle.
The winner is Samurai
Ouch.
Jack.
That one was painful.
Thanks for watching. If you guys want exclusive commentary on the episode, just click that little box.
That was good.
And if you want the battle music
And
from this episode,
I agree with it. Yeah, I thought Jack was going to win that one. All right, who we got? Carnage versus that. Yeah, I don't watch those animes. They just like Carnage versus Luffy from Elfen Lied. All right. I'm a rooting for Carnage on that one. Yeah, the gory anime, I don't watch that crap. I know, it's like people like, it's like, but I've seen scenes and stuff that is just like, why? It's just, no. Oddly enough, I'll watch gory movies when it's real people, but the anime one, just the high, like that type of stuff. Like, I don't know. This coming from a guy who said that he's watched Afro Samurai, an anime type show that had a lot of gore in it. But is that torture stuff that just seems weird. It's like, I don't know. It's like torture porn almost. That just I don't know if Elfen Lied has those type of scenes in it. It was like I saw a scene from, what the hell was it called? Blood Sea, I think it was, where these monsters, bunnies, just started like spearing humans through the bottom. It was like all the way through their mouth. It's like, no. Anyway, yeah, like I had said, that type of. See, I'm not sure how I'm gonna deal with that next death battle, to be honest with you, because I don't like. I can deal with it, but I don't like watching that crap. So, all right, as I had said, that's pretty much how I thought it would go. Was not disappointed. Like I said, one way or the other, it wouldn't have affected because I like both those characters. So, I want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And I'm going to end this one here. Until next time. Take care.